It's just me, Mr. Lauer. Thanks for coming by. Hey, guess what? It's finally October, which is also my birthday month. And as a woodworker, you know what October means. It means you need to get started building your Christmas presents. Like, today. Go do it. That's right, Halloween is right around the corner, and with it, a huge variety of decorations that you can make yourself. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to build this wooden jack-o'-lantern, which is a great beginner project. It's super easy to make, it's infinitely customizable, and let's be honest here, it's going to last a lot longer than that pumpkin, which will end up as a pile of mush on your front porch by Thanksgiving. But before we get started, if you're new to this channel and you like this content, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to smash that like button into a million pieces, much like you can do with your pumpkins now that you have this cool wooden jack-o'-lantern. So let's get on to the video. I start by ripping down some plywood that I had left over from another project. What's great about projects like this is that the thickness of your material doesn't really matter that much, so you can use whatever scrap wood you have laying around. Next, I cross-cut each piece to its final length. This carpenter's triangle helps me remember which side of the line I need to cut. I can't tell you how many times over the years I've cut boards too short because I forgot which side of the line I needed to cut. Two of the sides get ripped down by twice the thickness of the material. This allows the lantern to come together as a square instead of a rectangle. A great tip for finding the center of any rectangle is to take a straight edge and connect opposite corners. The spot where those lines intersect is dead center. I like to freehand draw my shapes, and it's helpful if I know where the center of the board is. These shapes are all going to get cut out and painted over, so don't worry if you end up scribbling a little more than you intended to. If you've never used a scroll saw before, they are great little machines. They aren't quite as dangerous or intimidating as other tools in the shop, which makes them great for beginners or even children. With adult supervision, of course. I'm drilling holes so that I can thread the blade through and then cut from the inside. The scroll saw does leave a little bit of tear out, but some fine sandpaper will take care of that. This is some aluminum screen that I picked up from the local hardware store. If I set these lanterns outside with a candle, it prevents any debris or leaves blowing inside and starting a fire. If you do decide to use real candles, make sure you cut a hole in the top to vent excess heat and prevent a fire. And this vent hole also gets a screen. Here I assemble it with some glue and brad nails. I could have used my brad nail gun for this, but I really wanted to hit something with a hammer. You can do it however you like. This is the point where I realize I forgot to staple the screen inside. I won't be able to do it while the box is together, so I'm gonna have to take it apart. The bottom gets a recess to hold small tea light candles and keep them from moving around too much inside the lantern. To make the lid fit, I cut a rabbet on 3 of the sides. Now, I use the regular 10-inch blade on my table saw, but you can easily use a dado stack or even a router table. Your choice. And would you look at that? Everything fits perfectly. Now it's time to paint. At this point, you can customize these projects any which way you want. For the pumpkin stem, I drilled a hole and glued in a small dowel that I spray painted green. The handle and other embellishments are just made of wire coat hanger that I bent up and spray painted green. And that's a completed jack-o'-lantern. Looks good. The possibilities on this project are endless, from different faces, different sizes, or different decorations. I let my kids draw their own faces, which I then cut out on the scroll saw. They really enjoyed helping make their own jack-o'-lanterns, and those memories are priceless. I can't stress enough how great this project is for beginners. Not only can you use scrap material that you have lying around, but your older kids can actually help build some of this project. If you've got older kids, a scroll saw is a great way to introduce them into woodworking. If you've got small kids like mine and you want to include them on the project, have them draw their own faces on the front board. Your kids can also help with the glue-ups and nailing the boxes together as well. If you'd like to build this project yourself, I have a set of plans down in the description. Check it out and modify them for yourself. So that's going to do it for today's video. Until next time,
I'm Mr. Lauer. Thank you for watching.